Last night on MasterChef Australia. The final challenge in Western Australia saw Jay go head-to-head with a seafood master.
He's actually looking really good.
In the closest immunity challenge ever.
Jay, 1 point, but 1 point in the wrong way.
Tonight, we return to the MasterChef kitchen.
There's no core ingredient you've got to cook with.
And when it sounds like an easy challenge...
Whatever you like, as much as you like.
You can be sure there's a big catch somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Faced with a culinary nightmare...
This is the most out of control that I've felt.
They'll have to adapt to survive.
I want to do something a little bit crazy.
For those who cook the least impressive dishes...
2 people will be going into an elimination.
We just got back from Western Australia. It was a great trip, really, really tough in the outback of Australia, and then finished it off with a beautiful trip around Margaret River.
We split up after the mines, but now the team's back together. There's lots of guessing going around. We don't really know what to expect.
I've had a really good night's sleep and I'm thinking about my status in the competition and what I really need to do in order to move forward. It's time to mix things up. It's time to take some calculated risks. It's time to get noticed.
Excited about the day ahead. It's another opportunity to cook in the MasterChef kitchen, and I can't wait to see what the challenge is going to be.
Walking into the kitchen today, there are benches set up, so it looks like we're cooking, but there are no clues. Who knows what we're doing?
Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. Does it feel strange?
Yes.
You've had a fabulous week in Western Australia. You've gone from the mines to the vines of Margaret River. But now we're back in the MasterChef kitchen. And today, this challenge is a tough one. Today's challenge will send 2 people into an elimination round. But someone has won the right to sidestep that elimination. And that person is Jay. You cooked us a brilliant dish in the Margaret River.
Jay, that's a restaurant quality dish.
So that means you get to sit out this challenge and therefore the elimination and watch these guys battle it out. Well done, Jay.
Cheers.
Part of me's happy that I don't have to cook today in the sense that I have no chance of being eliminated, but there is a big part of me that really enjoys cooking in the MasterChef kitchen, and this is an opportunity that I'm missing out on.
So you can breathe easy. So I think you can step out of the crowd, go upstairs and watch from above.
Good luck,
well
guys.
Done.
For the rest of you, we've got a challenge that's going to allow your imaginations to run wild. Today's challenge is different. There's no core ingredient you've got to cook with. There's no theme you've got to cook to. You can take as much as you like from the pantry, and you can use any of the ingredients in there. It's a liberating challenge for you. There's seafood, there's vegetables, there's meat. It's like the 5-year-old kid's chance to run into the candy store and fill their basket with whatever they want.
That is so cool. I get to explore and be creative with the pantry. It's awesome.
Here are the rules. You'll have 10 minutes in the pantry to collect whatever you like, as much as you like. From there, you'll have 90 minutes to produce a beautiful dish. The pantry's chock-a-block full of ingredients, but your heads must be full of ideas.
To be able to cook whatever I want is such a fantastic opportunity. I'm really looking forward to going in and grabbing my ingredients.
We are expecting amazing food from you today. We're looking for the top 2 dishes and the bottom 2 dishes. The reward for the top 2 dishes is that their makers will head up to Bell's at Kilcare, where Stefano Manfredi is waiting to give you a private masterclass. Getting there, it's a bit of a drive. That's why we're going to fly you in a chopper.
I would absolutely love to be in the top 2 today and get the reward lunch up to Bell's. And to go in a helicopter would be great because I've never been in a helicopter before.
Produce one of the worst 2 dishes and you'll be reaching for your worry beads because the makers of those 2 dishes will face off in an elimination challenge where one of them will go home.
The MasterChef kitchen is your home. You've been away, and hopefully you've all been inspired by the scenery, by the produce, and by people. You're back now, and this is your time to cook some beautiful food, re-energised. Your 10 minutes in that pantry starts now.
Oh, wow.
I choke up a little bit and I can't really breathe. What the hell? I don't know what to do.
All I can see is tinned and frozen food. The one really surprising thing for me at the moment in the pantry is that nobody's burst into tears, because I feel like it's a horror story.
I just think, where's the meat? Where's the eggs? Where's the herbs? Where's the milk? Where's the fresh food?
I have no freaking idea what to do.
I just start chucking anything I can find that's sweet into my basket. I can do something with this. I can make a really yummy ice cream sandwich.
My heart's kind of sunk a little. Yeah, that dish I wanted to cook has just gone out the window.
Come on, guys, the final grab. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Out you come.
Sorry, guys, the one thing we omitted to tell you was the title of today. Today is the Tinned and Frozen Challenge.
I've got a basket full of dessert ingredients, but it's all frozen and canned food. I'm thinking, what on earth am I going to make out of this stuff?
At the crux of this challenge is this counterintuitive idea that we spend all our time telling you seasonal, fresh, seasonal. And here you are, confronted with none of that. Confronted with the sort of ingredients you'd find in any home freezer or pantry. And the criteria today is we're looking for smart, delicious cooking, with the emphasis on the smart.
Sometimes in this MasterChef world, we get a little bit pretentious about the food that we got to cook. And today it's really taking it back to the grassroots level of the everyday cook.
Just so you know, in my house, in my family, this used to be called ifits. If it's in the cupboard, if it's in the freezer, that's what we were having for dinner. You might notice behind me is a very smug-looking Jay. Jay, how do you feel now you're stepping out of this challenge?
Fantastic.
Any last-minute advice, or you just want to gloat?
Good luck.
Jay especially would hate this challenge. He loves cooking with fresh seafood and he loves cooking with beautiful herbs, and so I don't think you could probably find one canned thing in his pantry.
You have 90 minutes to bring us a fabulous meal. Your 90 minutes starts now.
Everyone else races to grab their equipment. They seem to have a clear idea of what they're cooking. Every idea I went into the pantry with has totally been blown out of the water. And I'm still, you know, feeling really frazzled.
Your 90 minutes starts now.
The challenge today is to take canned products and frozen products and make them into a restaurant quality dish.
I'm doing a wasabi and lemon crusted salmon fillet with some Asian vegetables, and I'm trying to do it in a little spring roll wrapper.
That looks interesting.
Yes, it's a spring roll cup that I'm going to put my salad and seared salmon in.
I like that.
And it's sprinkled with some...
Have you made spring roll cups before?
No.
You just came up with the idea? I like it.
Well, I'm hoping it shows my inventiveness and that I would get into the top 2, because I really would love that reward.
I'm making a sort of puff pastry parcel with salmon and prawns, and I think I might puree the prawns with the sweet potato. So I haven't got very much flavour in anything because it's all frozen, so I want to try and put some flavour into my oil.
There's a lot of myths about canned frozen food, but to be honest, in many cases, it's just as good. And I think about the fact that this process of canning food is a couple of 100 years old. Perfect way of preserving food so it's beautiful and fresh, but also keeps all its nutrient value as well.
Yeah, and even frozen food. I mean, you know, prawns are snap frozen on board. Peas, some of the best peas are frozen peas. They're absolutely delicious.
Now, the trick is picking the right ones, picking good quality ingredients that kids us into thinking that it was absolutely fresh.
I've got Alana beside me who's grabbed pretty much everything in the fridge and she's cooking all of it.
I'm going to attempt to make an ice cream sandwich today. There's some nice chocolate pastry, some cherries in the ice cream and some salted caramel.
I've got 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. I pour some into a shallow fry pan, thinking that if I've got a large surface area, then it should reduce more quickly and caramelise more quickly. I'm looking around my bench, I'm checking on things in the oven, and I've burnt my first batch of caramel.
Absolutely foul.
I grab a small saucepan and I put some more sweetened condensed milk in and start again.
Today I'm making a blueberry and custard tart with mango sorbet. The type of food I like to cook is desserts using healthy, alternative and organic ingredients. My parents own an organic grocer, so I've grown up with organic fruit and veg around me my whole life. These ingredients that I've used today are totally different from what they have in their shop and from what I use at home.
I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
What are you doing? Tell us.
Well, I'm making a tom yum soup, but instead of just using this, I'm sort of making my own stock with this canned stuff.
Tom yum. I love tom yum, though.
And I'm also making a guava custard tart.
So you're hedging your bets.
2 dishes.
Yeah. I've also got some soft shell crab.
Fantastic.
Which I might make into a satay.
So 3 dishes. Any chance of a little Asiata rabbit while you're there?
Billy, what are you doing?
Making dessert.
Great way to use frozen ingredients, isn't it? What's going on? What's the flavours?
Yeah, kind of playing with a few ideas. At the moment, I have the guava churning into a guava sorbet.
Okay, great idea.
And then I'm just making a raspberry coulis.
Yep. And then you're making a panna cotta. What with?
With gelatin, and this will be a coconut and custard with some.
So you've used canned coconut cream.
Yeah.
And
canned custard.
Canned custard.
Wasabi.
Yeah, I was playing the idea. I'm not sure I'm going to just throw it in.
Just have to see, won't we?
Yeah, I'll have to find out.
Today I'm making a crab and clam mousse. It's going to be cooked as a tart, as well as a little sausage that gets poached in water with a lentil salsa.
Yeah, I've got these egg whites. I've never used them before, but I think it's going to be better than...
There's Gary on there.
There's Gary on there.
Unbelievable.
Hilarious.
When you freeze egg whites, for some weird reason, they get stronger.
Okay.
So they're not a bad product.
So the idea that they might actually bind better with the...
I don't know, I've never tried that before.
Yeah, so I'm a bit nervous about that, but I'm hoping it works really well.
Because I have no idea how I want the end dish to look, if I make enough things, maybe I can trick the judges into thinking that it all tastes good.
What are you chopping up croissant for? What's the dish?
I'm just making sort of a bit of like a layered dessert. Frozen Madeira cake, soaking it in some lychee jelly. I've made also like a chocolate and cherry jelly, so I'm just going to layer them up. I'm going to try like a raspberry foam
I've got some egg white in there, I've got a siphon, and bake up a bit of a foam, a little bit of gelatin in there.
Okay.
I've got all these different ideas, what I want to come together, but it's then seeing it on a plate, which I haven't got at the moment.
One good idea.
Yeah.
Bells at Kilcare, here we come. It is canned chaos, and you have 1 hour to go.
There's some interesting combinations out there, and I think those that have picked to go to the dessert way are smart.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know, there's nothing wrong with frozen berries.
Yeah.
You know, condensed milk, shop-bought puff pastry.
Yeah,
It's a good product.
stuff. Andrew, I think he's confused. It's not a great dish. He's got these tinned clams and tinned crab. He's trying to do a sophisticated dish.
I've never made a savoury mousse in my entire life, which is a huge risk. But I have to make something good out of this. I so don't want to go into another elimination.
I'm fully invested in this ice cream sandwich. I just need it to work. I check on my ice cream, have a look at the pastry that's in the oven, and I realise that I burnt my second batch of caramel.
We're burning, I think. What is that, condensed milk?
You've put your condensed milk in there?
Yeah.
And you're trying to turn that into caramel, correct?
I was just wondering whether a glass bowl, not overfilled in the microwave, might do the trick and then it won't burn.
That's my last little bit of condensed milk, so I'm not willing to risk it.
I am about to run out of sweetened condensed milk. I pour the last tiny little bit of sweetened condensed milk in this pot, and if this doesn't work, then I have no caramel. God help me. We have 90 minutes to cook and present a dish using only frozen and tinned food. I am about to run out of sweetened condensed milk. I pour the last tiny little bit of sweetened condensed milk in this pot, and if this doesn't work, then I have no caramel. I'm really gonna need to put everything aside and do nothing but watch this caramel until it happens.
This challenge is all about taking ordinary ingredients and making something extraordinary. You have 45 minutes to go.
I can't believe how long this caramel sauce has taken.
When I take my last batch of caramel off the stovetop, I am so relieved. If that hadn't worked, it would have really thrown the balance of my dish off, I think.
With 3 dishes on the go, my head is going from the crabs, to the prawns, to the tart. Nothing is gelling together. I've got cans all over my bench.
Just in case my chocolate mousse doesn't set in time, I do have a backup plan to serve in a glass, but instead of using a chocolate base, now I just crumb it with some Milo and I just make into a Milo crumb.
Oh, it's running, it's running.
I think everybody has a day where they just stuff it up in the kitchen, and I think today nothing was going right. This is the most out of control that I've felt in any challenge. I've usually come in with a clear head. I've got all these different elements, but I still don't even know what the end plate's going to look like. Today just hasn't been my day.
The dishes I've decided to do today is a Thai green seafood curry with soft shell crabs and a satay prawn spring rolls with corn milk. The corn milk is a dipping sauce for the spring rolls because you've got the real bite of the prawns against the sweetness of the corn milk. I don't know how they're going to judge it, but you know, time will tell.
I'm really concerned about whether the custard is too sweet for the blueberry and custard tart, but then I've really tried to counteract the sweetness with putting a layer of sponge and also making the sorbet more refreshing rather than sweet.
I'm wrapping my salmon and prawn parcel. I have rolled out the pastry to make it a little bit thinner. I'm really conscious of the fact that, you know, I don't want to overcook my fish.
Time to pop the lid off this challenge and cook us something beautiful. You have 15 minutes to go.
With 15 minutes to go, I start cooking my soft shell crab. I've never cooked it before, and Jay's up on the balcony. I know he's great with seafood, so I ask him, Jay, how long do you think I should cook it for? My mind just is in a fluster, and I can't think straight.
I decide to stir fry my vegetables just enough to tenderize them and still retain some crispness. I've tasted a couple of beans and some of the vegetables. They all taste fine, so I put them aside and I get on with the salmon.
The dish that Kumar's put up today is a little puzzling. I mean, salmon with pastry, with stir-fried vegetables, with wasabi and lemon on top just doesn't seem to be something that goes together.
The way we see it, this challenge is really testing your mettle. Guys, you've got under 4 minutes to go. Now's the time to ramp it up.
I'm looking down at my dish and it seems to be coming together okay, but I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be overcooked.
Time's almost up. We've got to do our final touches. I've done it all and I'm happy with it.
Come on, guys, fire it up.
In the last few minutes, I've plated up my soft shell crab, and then all of a sudden, I drop it. Could this challenge get any worse for me today?
Danny looks lost. She's in a world of pain. She's got a couple of dishes in mind. She's just dropped something on the ground, and that soup that she's making is not nice at all.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about my dish. It's looking really nice. Just hoping the flavour carries through.
Don't forget, 2 people will be going into an elimination. So you've got 2 minutes to go to make your dish extra special.
Come on.
It's just hard enough. If it had been any softer than that, I would have been in trouble.
The ice cream for my ice cream sandwich could be a little bit firmer, but it's a small flaw.
The whole challenge has been chaos. I've felt like I'm totally out of control, and finally, in the dying minutes of the challenge, it's all coming together. There's 2 minutes to go. I practiced my foam into a jug. Now I have to get it on top of the chocolate. I pipe it down. I squeeze the trigger. So freaked out, I'm like, this is it. I've just exploded my dessert. Oh, no. I'm automatically into the bottom 2 here.
Time's nearly up. 1 minute to go.
I practiced my foam into a jug. Now I have to get it on top of the chocolate. I pipe it down. I squeeze the trigger. Oh, no. It sprays into my eye, and I think I've totally exploded the cake. All I'm thinking is that I have to clean the plate up as quick as I can and somehow cover up the mess that I've made.
30 seconds to go.
I want to serve the chocolate mousse in a cylinder. It's too soft. This is not happening.
Come on, guys, fire it up.
I can't serve it. I just simply can't serve it.
10 seconds to go.
It's gonna collapse. Bugger it, I just use the backup.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from your benches. Your time's up.
Okay. When time's up, I look over to Billy's dish and I'm just like, bloody hell, you've done it again.
You have just completed a challenge that has tested your imagination and, of course, your versatility. You had to make a knockout dish using only tinned and frozen ingredients. Now it's time to find out if your dishes have reached the MasterChef standard.
Alana.
My dessert kind of looks like a leaning tower of jelly cake and chocolate cake. I've managed to cover it up with some crepe twirls, but I don't think the judges are going to buy it.
How did you find the challenge?
I felt out of control the entire hour and a half.
So real seat of the pants type stuff. Great, well, let's see how we've gone. I'm so used to tasting sweet chocolate. And here you have a dessert made without the benefit of sugar. So the chocolate provides a dark foil against the fruit, and the lychee is a really nice accompaniment to that bitterness of the chocolate.
If the results of you losing control in the kitchen end up with dishes like this more often, well, then we're in a better place. Well done.
No matter how terrible the plate looked, it tasted okay. I think I really needed some chaos in the kitchen to realise that if something goes wrong, I don't have to be so freaked out about it.
Next up is Andrew.
I made a crab and clam mousse, which I turned into a sausage and a tart with a green lentil salsa.
OK. I must be honest, I'm not really looking forward to tasting it because I know what's gone in it. And just watching you manipulate all that food and overhandle it, you know, ooh. Is it going to taste good?
I hope so.
Is it the same mixture in there?
Yes.
Ooh. Lentils are lovely, come out of a can. Capsicum are lovely, they come out of a can. I don't really taste anything else, so I get sort of sweet and sour. But that mousse is ghastly.
OK, yep.
Gag material.
No, thank you.
I'm feeling pretty deflated right now. I'm just hoping after all the tasting that someone was worse than me.
Billy, please bring forward your dessert.
As I'm walking to the tasting table, I'm pretty nervous. I think I'm doing well, but at the same time, the judges have different palate to me. They might not like it.
Billy, it's as if you're cooking a totally different challenge. Why I love it is you've got this delicious freshness of that guava sorbet. That chocolate mousse with that Milo crunch at the bottom is disgustingly good, and by itself, topped with double cream, would be an absolute winner in any restaurant. Well done.
Thank you.
Sex on a plate.
Sex on a plate. That's not something I expected from George. Sex on a plate from a can.
Kumar, it's your turn at the tasting table.
It's salmon that's crusted with wasabi and lemon myrtle.
Don't like the stir-fried vegetables. There's not enough flavour in them. They just taste really watery.
Don't like it. the flavors are wrong. And wasabi and lemon myrtle is not one of the great flavor combinations, and everything's got this sort of oily, slippery, soft, mushy texture. I couldn't finish this, even if I was really hungry.
I'm really disappointed because I know I did my very best, but my best wasn't good enough.
Arena. Arena, what a great job you've done. This tart, which, you know, you look and you go, oh, that's an awful lot of custard. That's going to be really, really sweet. But by putting a layer of sponge soaked in coconut underneath that custard, is far lighter than you think it's going to be, and it allows the blueberries just to wake up the sweetness of the custard.
Yeah.
It's a really fine dessert.
Absolutely delicious. That's a really good dish. That's really good cooking.
Thank you.
Adam. The curry's got a lot of spice to it. But what I'm loving is these spring rolls. That crisp and crunch from the spring roll batter. And this is a really clever dipping sauce. It's sweet corn, and it goes well with prawn. That's a cracker. Well done. Next up is Rachel. What's the dish, Rachel?
Salmon en croûte with cannellini mash and carrots and beans.
You happy with that?
Yes.
I don't like it, Rachel, at all. It's not my cup of tea. The fish is overcooked, pastry's undercooked. The puree's probably the only good thing on the plate.
It is what it is. It's frozen vegetables, it's puff pastry. I realise this has not been my finest hour.
Next up is Danny.
There is no denying that I would give anything to go and run and hide in my bedroom rather than presenting my lame dishes to the judges today.
Is it a happy Danny or a sad Danny?
It's a sad Danny.
What went wrong?
I think I just freaked out when I saw all the cans, and I was really disappointed in the way that I worked.
So what did you make? You made...
I did a tom yum soup, and the dessert is a guava custard tart. I also tried to do the soft shell crab, but I dropped it.
You happy with that?
Not really.
So positive all up, really?
Yeah.
So what did you make? You made...
I did a tom yum soup, and the dessert is a guava custard tart. And I also tried to do the soft shell crab, but I dropped it.
Getting hard now, isn't it?
It is.
You going to survive?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
The tom yum isn't great. Prawns cook nicely. That's the positive. The tart, really you've taken a shop-bought pastry, out, you know, you've taken it out of the freezer and then you've lined it and baked it really badly.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I am spinning in the middle of a giant tornado.
Got to clear your mind. when you cook, because when your mind's full of stuff, you can't cook straight. It happens to all of us. Don't do this just to impress us. You do this
No, I haven't done it to impress you.
You do this, you cook food to impress yourself.
There's just so much pressure on you every day, and I've put everything on the line to be here and to do well, and it sucks when you don't perform to how you want to perform.
We all go through lulls.
Yeah.
This is a lull for you. This isn't good food.
Yeah.
But I know you can cook good food.
Yeah, thanks.
Shannon, please bring your dish forward. Shannon, what's the dish?
It's a chocolate and cherry ice cream sandwich with salted caramel.
Is this going to be the dish that changes it all for you?
The thing is, I'm sick of playing it safe. It's the definition of madness is to do the same thing over and over again, so it's time to shake it up, trying to do something different and time to take some risks.
It's a very sweet dessert. What I really like is the crunch from that bit of chocolate and also the fruit you put in the ice cream. So you've sort of balanced that intense sweetness with those other elements. I want you to see this as a changing point in the competition for you. So continue to cook like this, and you'll get there, Shannon.
Thank you.
Shannon, this is the day that you shine.
I think my attitude throughout the challenge and my confidence is really a turning point for me. I cooked without fear today.
Well, we've tasted your dishes in the frozen and canned challenge. Which two of you have done the best two renditions will find yourself winging your way on a chopper up to Bells at Kilcare for a private masterclass with Stefano Manfredi? And which two of you will face up in an elimination challenge where one of you will go home?
So who were those contenders for the top spots? If I call your name, please step forward. Billy. Arena. Alana. Adam. And Shannon. Congratulations, you're our top 5 performers of the day. You all cooked fabulous dishes from something that you'd find in your cupboard and in your freezer. Well done. The first person travelling up the coast to have lunch at Bells at Kilcare is Billy.
It's definitely one of the best experience, best moment throughout the competition, and you know, it's over the moon.
Billy, that was the cleverest dish of the day by far. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
The second person joining Billy is Shannon.
I'm feeling so honoured, and I cannot believe that I'm receiving this kind of praise for a dish that came out of cans in the freezer.
Your dish deserved it. Your dessert was fantastic. I think you used your ingredients cleverly. Can't beat an ice cream sandwich, can you? Were you hoping?
I was hoping, but I didn't expect it.
So you're happy now?
I'm so thrilled.
Billy, Shannon, you're our winners today. Congratulations. You deserve it. Off you go. Grab these 3. And Jay, as soon as you stepped out of this entire challenge, I think you better go home too. Well done, guys.
I absolutely needed this win today. I don't think anyone here needed it as much as I did. It's everything I needed and more, and it's really renewed me.
The two of you cook the two least impressive dishes will tomorrow face an elimination round, and I regret to say that it's possibly the toughest, most nerve-wracking elimination round that we can set. This is the moment when you ask yourself, have I done enough? If I call your name, please step forward. If I call your name, please step forward. Andrew.
I had a real feeling I was going to be in the bottom two. My name got called out, and yeah, just confirmed my doubts.
Kumar.
I'm a little bit discouraged and disheartened having to face elimination, but I'll do my best.
The two of you cooked the two least impressive dishes today, and so you'll face a head-to-head elimination, but one of you will go home. Rachel, Danny, you were that close to standing where Andrew and Kumar are standing. Don't cook like that again. For the rest of you, that was a really tough challenge, and you did fantastically well. So, take that back, a bit of a smile on your face. We'll see you back here soon for another challenge.
Andrew, poor choice of ingredients. I think that was the downfall. But on top of that, the execution. Kumar, your dish was tasteless. We didn't want to eat it. Those stir-fried vegetables, they weren't nice at all.
I think I've realized that I haven't really reached my potential or showed what I can do. I want to prove myself.
So what's done is done. The bottom line is now the two of you will battle it out in an elimination round. From there, one of you will go home. Andrew, you prepared to fight tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Gary's seen my game face when it came to my last elimination, when I was the final two. So, yeah.
Kumar, bottom two, how do you feel?
Been in this position before. Prepared. Gets easier every time.
Tomorrow, what are you going to bring?
Renewed energy, confidence, face up to it.
Stuff. Tomorrow's a new day to the both of you. Come in and cook. Cook good food. Right, guys, get a good night's sleep, and we'll see you back here shortly. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Kumar's track record's pretty intimidating. He's been in a few eliminations now, and he survived each and every one, so I'm gonna have to bring my A game.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
It's gonna be a pretty tough fight between the two of them.
Andrew and Kumar face a tricky elimination challenge.
Oh. Your job is to fix that dish.
It's a tactical battle to stay in the competition.
The huge difference in the boys' strategies.
And their techniques surprise everyone.
Gobsmacked.
It doesn't feel like they're approaching it in the right manner.
You're just copying me.
Bamboozled.
No one seems to know what they're doing.
You're copying me now.
Discombobulated.